A small surface combatant is one of the major actors with the capability which could shift the balances in the eastern Mediterranean and the Aegean Sea where there is a critical tension today. In this region, the Super Vita-class missile boats of the Hellenic Navy fiercely defend Greece's national interests. These fast attack craft, also known as the Roussen class, are among the best examples that demonstrate the importance of missile boats in the modern navies. As the weapon detective, we're investigating the Super Vita-class, the latest grandson of Leonidas. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel before we start and give us a thumbs up if you like our video. To be notified of our new video, please click the bell button. For the Super Vita class, it would indeed be an appropriate definition to call Leonidas' grandson. As you may know, this legendary king of Sparta became the nightmare of a great army in a narrow passage with a small force consisted of a highly skillful warriors. Like Leonidas and his army, the Super Vita class is capable of giving the large fleet a hard time, especially on the narrow waterways of the Aegean Sea and the Eastern Mediterranean. To better understand the Super Vita class, it would be useful to take a brief look at the history of Greece and the evolution of the Hellenic Navy. The Greeks declared their independence in 1821, yet it was just the first step. The newly established Greece also wanted to unify with other islands and regions where Greeks lived in the Ottoman Empire. To accomplish this plan, Athens needed a navy strong enough to control the Aegean Sea. For this reason, the Royal Hellenic Navy was not very interested in the Janakol naval concept, which became popular at the end of the 19th century. The conducting naval guerrilla warfare with the torpedo boats and cruisers against a larger and more powerful navy was the main principle of this concept. However, the navy of the collapsing Ottoman Empire was already obsolete. A navy with major surface combatants would be more useful to Athens' plan. This is why Greece commissioned Georgios Averov, one of the best cruisers of its time, in 1911. Thanks to this wise decision, Greece won great naval victories and took the East Aegean Islands in the 1912-1913 Balkan Wars. Of course, the Royal Hellenic Navy had also torpedo boats besides big warships. During the Balkan Wars, two Greek torpedo boats managed to sink the Ottoman ironclad Fethi Bülent and a gunboat. The Royal Hellenic Navy had no major rivals during the First World War and the 1919-1922 Greco-Turkish War. However, the Greco-Turkish War, defined by the Greeks as the Asia Minor catastrophe, caused the collapse of the economy. Therefore, after this war, Athens couldn't spare any money to buy a new torpedo boat for a long time. But there was not much need for that either. The navy of the newly established Republic of Turkey was not strong enough to threaten Greece. Moreover, thanks to the rational policies of Venizelos and Ataturk, these two countries were now friends and even allies. But while the Aegean Sea cooled down, the Adriatic Sea began to warm in the late 1920s. Italy had ambitions over the Greek territory. However, Greece's economy was too weak for building a fleet that could resist the Regia Marina. Also, Athens was given priority to the army to prevent a possible land invasion. At the beginning of the Second World War, Greece had 7 torpedo boats, but it lost all of them during the invasion. After the Second World War, neither Turkey nor Italy was a threat to Greece. But the ethnic tensions in Cyprus broke the long-standing good relations with Turkey. However, now Turkey had a powerful naval force. Besides, the aircraft had become the main enemy to the navies. For this reason, the Greek surface combatants could no longer blockade the Dardanelles as in the Balkan Wars. It was even too risky to be near the coast of Anatolia. Therefore, in the 1960s, finally Greece adopted the Janakol and ordered many torpedo boats. It started to commission the missile boats in the early 1970s. Athens had once again made a wise decision. The small and fast missile boats could easily hide from Turkish combat aircraft and warships in the Aegean Sea, where there are many islands and islets. So they could block the area with hit-and-run tactics and escort more economically to the ships tasking with supplying numerous islands. It was wiser to monitor the Turkish Navy's activities with a fast attack craft which has lower operating costs. This marks the beginning of the missile boat tradition of the Hellenic Navy. The Super Vita-class is the last and most advanced example of this tradition. Greece chose the Super Vita design of Vosper Thornycroft of the UK in 2000. According to the program, the construction of 3 boats took place in the local Elefsis shipyards with the assistance provided by the British partner. The first boat of the class, HS Roussen, was launched in 2002 and commissioned in 2005. In 2003 and 2008, Greece activated the option for 4 additional vessels. Due to financial problems of the shipyards and the Greek economic crisis, major delays have occurred in the program. After a 5-year delay, the Hellenic Navy plans to commission the last boat of its class, HS Volokakos, this year. The Super Vita class has a steel hull and an aluminum superstructure. The vessel has incorporated features significantly reducing radar, infrared, acoustic, and magnetic signatures. But as you see, the Super Vita-class boats do not have a similar design with modern stealth ships. The Super Vita-class can operate with full capability at Sea State 5 and it can survive at Sea State 7. The complement of the boat is 45%. The Super Vita-class has a length of 61.9 meters, a beam of 9.5 meters, and a draught of 2.8 meters. Its fully loaded displacement is 670 tons. 4 5,875 horsepower MTU 16V 595 TE90 diesel provide a maximum speed of 34.5 knots. The range is 3,335 kilometers with an economical speed of 12 knots. The Super Vita class has 8 Exocet MM40 anti-ship missile, NRIM 116 RAM close-in weapon system, as well as a 76mm Super Rapido and 2 30mm guns. The boat is also equipped with 2 7.62mm MG3 machine guns. It has the Mirador and Sting weapon control systems. The vessel is equipped with the MW08 Air Surface Search, Scout Mark II Surface Search, and Bridgemaster E navigation radars. There are 2 Mark 36 SRBOC 6-barrel decoy launchers and the DR3000 electronic support measure system on the boat. The G-band MW08 3D Air Surface Search Radar can track up to 160 air targets and 40 surface targets simultaneously. It can detect a target with a radar cross-section of 0.1 square meters in 17 kilometers. The X-band Scout Mark II low probability of intercept surface search and tactical navigation radar has an extremely low output power. So it is extremely hard to detect its radar transmissions by electronic support measure systems or radar warning receivers. The range of the Scout Mark II is over 44 kilometers. The ship has the Tacticos Combat Data System and Link 11 secure half-duplex tactical data link, which provides the capability of exchanging data, such as radar tracking information, beyond the line of sight. However, Link 11's data transfer speed and quality are no longer sufficient to meet modern naval combat requirements. So, the Hellenic Navy should consider adding the Link 16 or Link 22 capability to the Super Vitas. HS Roussen and HS Kastellorizo of this class have an Inmarsat Fleet 77 satellite communication system. Thanks to this system, these 2 boats can be used as the leaders of fast attack craft flotillas. The main armament of the Super Vita class is the MM40 Exocet anti-ship missiles. The first 3 boats of the class have the Block II model, whose maximum range is 72 kilometers. Other vessels have the Block 3 variant, whose maximum range is 180 kilometers. The Hellenic Navy plans to re-equip the third boat, HS Kastellorizo, with MM40 Exocet Block 3 missiles. The first two vessels will also follow HS Kastellorizo soon. With GPS guidance, MM40 Exocet Block 3s are highly effective against targets on land and littoral waters. The Ariane 116 ram on the Super Vita-class is the Block 1A version. This version has a passive radar homing capability and an infrared guidance system that enables it to intercept the stealth missiles. The effective range of the ram is over 9 kilometers. Its maximum speed is over Mach 2. The Hellenic Navy plans to upgrade the Ariane 116s on the boats to the Block 2 version. This variant is more effective against more maneuverable anti-ship missiles. The 76mm Super Rapido gun has an effective range of 16 kilometers. Its rate of fire is about 120 rounds per minute. The 30mm stabilized guns have 160 ready-to-use rounds of ammunition for each. The gun can be used from inside the turret or remotely via joystick inside the CIC. It has a rate of fire of 800 rounds and an effective range of 3 kilometers. The 30mm and 76mm guns are controlled via Sting fire control radar and or Mirador electro-optic system. The Super Vita-class also has mine-laying capability. Due to economic difficulties, the Hellenic Navy has not made any new major purchases for a long time. That's why the Super Vita-class boats are Greece's most capable surface combatants today. The Hellenic Navy has frequently deployed HS Roussen, HS Kastellorizo, HS Krigoropoulos, and HS Ritsos of this class to Kastellorizo Island since 2017. This highly strategical eastern Mediterranean island is located only 2 kilometers south of the Turkish city Antalya. Thanks to the Super Vita-class boats deployed at Kastellorizo, the Hellenic Navy can monitor and threat most of the Turkish naval activities in the south of Turkey. The fact that the Aksaz, the largest naval base of the Turkish Navy, is about 130 kilometers far from this island increases the importance of these vessels. The MM40 Exocet Block 3 missiles of the Super Vita class can reach a range of 180 kilometers. They are highly effective against targets on both land and littoral waters. So, the Hellenic Navy has a significant advantage against the Turkish Navy. Yet, Kastellorizo is far away from the mainland and major islands of Greece. So, a Super Vita-class boat stationed near the island naturally cannot survive alone in a possible war, but she can survive long enough to fire her 8 Exocet missiles. The Super Vita-class is also an ideal platform for controlling the narrow waterways of the Aegean Sea. For this reason, the boats of this class are frequently experiencing naval dogfights with the surface combatants of the Turkish Navy. For example, in 2019, HS Kastellorizo harassed the Turkish corvette TCG Burgazada with close and dangerous maneuvers. A year later, the RHIB of the same boat intercepted a Turkish Coast Guard boat of Analyse. The Hellenic Navy has regularly deployed its Super Vita-class boats in the eastern Mediterranean. For example, HS Danielios participated in the Sigri 117 exercise of Cyprus in 2017. In the same year, HS Grigoropoulos visited the island. Again in 2017, HS Ritsos participated in Medusa 5 naval exercises in the region. Thanks to its advanced design, detecting and tracking a Super Vita class is more difficult than the Eli and Hydra class frigates. These missile boats, whose anti-surface warfare capability is also superior to the frigates of the Hellenic Navy, currently are the most reliable and most economical solution to protect Greece's national interests. Of course, the Super Vita class alone cannot resist the Turkish Navy. But these boats are the grandson of Leonidas in the sea. They could hold much bigger ships and fleets in narrow passages for a long time. Also, the Super Vita-class could cause great damage to important naval facilities and interrupt sea lines. They can monitor and keep naval activities under control in the region with relatively low costs. In contrast to their small size, these boats are too important to ignore. They are real deterrents in peacetime. In wartime, they have the potential to determine the fate of the battle. With these abilities, the Super Vita class are among the most successful examples demonstrating the place of the missile boats in modern navies. Thanks for watching our video, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up if you like our video. To be notified of our new videos, please click the bell button.